Hello, and welcome to American Heron Wargaming. This is about a report for Fallout Wasteland Warfare. I recently got to join a Wasteland Warfare get-together at my local game store. We were going to have 4 of us in total, so we decided that we'd run 2 games of the same scenario, so it wouldn't matter who was paired up with whom, and that all the forces would be built to target the same goal. This scenario is called Burnout, and it's from the Caught in the Crossfire expansion. In it, the wreckage of a downed Vertibird contains clues to what brought it down, as well as items from the unfortunate occupants. Recovering a clue nets a team 2 points, and getting an item gives them 1. It's a race to see who can earn the most in 6 turns, but there are some more complications as well. For one, the wreckage is on fire, and the fire is spreading. Since this was an in-person game, I didn't take as many photos as I usually do when playing solo, mostly because it can slow the process down to get the right angles and the right focus, etc. Plus, it can kind of take you out of the experience to be pausing every few minutes to snap a picture. My force was a Fallout 3 characters list. Lucas Sims leading Charon, the Lone Wanderer in power armor, Moira Brown, and a single scavenger. My plan was basically to rush in with my high-powered combat pieces and let Moira and the scavenger clear up the backfield and score points. My opponent had a Fallout 4 based list. The Sole Survivor Loner and Dogmeat, plus 3 Minutemen, a scavenger, and a free tech. They were a newer player, so there was some confusion about armor, but we got that sorted out. We set up the board with the required crashed Vertibird pieces, and made sure to fill the remaining space with lots of other terrain to break up sightlines so that no one would be firing directly from their deployment zone into the other players. Fortunately, I had brought plenty of my 3D printed terrain. The first turn was pretty cagey. Simple advances into cover and pushing for the wreckage pieces which yield points. Since the free tech has a movement speed of red, my opponent was able to search one and nab 2 points from a clue draw. Moira and my scavenger are slower, so I had to just get them set up for next turn. Turn 2 was a bit more aggressive. I charged the Lone Wanderer into Dogmeat and the scavenger, so that if those Minutemen wanted to shoot him, they'd at least be risking hitting their own forces. The Sole Survivor pulled an item from the wreckage, netting another point, and their free tech took advantage of their speed to almost get in contact with the main piece of wreckage terrain. On my side, Moira was able to pull out a clue, netting me 2 victory points. I tried to hide Charon in cover since he's more of a short-range combatant, but he still got tagged by a Minuteman shot. Turn 3 was incredibly bloody. Charon turned a Minuteman into mulch with his shotgun and earned another pair of damage for his troubles. The Lone Wanderer eviscerated the scavenger and roughed Dogmeat up a bit before getting his power armor and his arm broken by the pugnacious Pooch. However, when Dogmeat tried to pull out of combat, between the Lone Wanderer's parting blow and Lucas Sims' reaction shot, he went down as well. Moira was extremely unlucky. She moved up to one of the wreckage which exploded at the end of the turn, knocking her out despite having full health. So despite losing 3 models in the turn, the Fallout 4 forces were definitely not out of the running by any means, especially since their free tech had reached the main wreckage and could score that without any hindrance. Turn 4 saw Charon and the Lone Wanderer get finished off by the Minutemen. However, thanks to the efforts of the Scavenger and Lucas Sims, I'd kept pace with my opponent on scoring. I had 4 points to their 5, and most of the easily claimed points had already been removed. In turn 5, Lucas Sims abandoned combat for the objective, reaching the wing section and pulling the clue from the top of the stack before getting gunned down, which brought the score to 6-5 in my favor. However, the free tech took the entire turn to get over to the engine section where my scavenger had pulled another item out, increasing the lead from 7-5. Since I only had 1 model left, I was definitely going to get to activate my scavenger first, and there was only 1 token left on the engine section. Since we'd pulled 2 items off it already, we knew that the last token would be the 2-point clue. So I successfully snagged that, bringing the total score to 9-5. So even if my opponent got 2 points from the last wing section, it wouldn't be enough to make up the difference. If it hadn't been for Lucas Sims' noble sacrifice, and some luck too, the position could have easily been reversed. That's it for now. Stay safe out there on the wasteland.